Hi, everybody. I'm Dru Manchu, and welcome to Comic Court Daily, a new daily show where we are going to talk comics, what's going on in the world. We're going to share some cool things that I found on Instagram. I'm going to talk about my top 5 comics for any given situation. Today, the situation is post-apocalyptic survival comics. I love the genre. You love the genre. Everybody loves the genre. Later on, we're going to get into some other segments like nerd news and the question of the day. We got some great stuff planned for today. I'm very happy for everybody who's come in and joined us. Let's go ahead and check out that chat before we get rolling. Had a couple of tailgaters. Captain Comics was in here first with a fist. Good to see you in here, Captain Comics. Got Scott Evans in the chat as well. Kenneth Bird. Hi to everyone who's here today. Hello to you, Kenneth Bird. This is the Great Legends Show, and he's not live, but he's in the chat. Really, really great there. He loves the clap, too. Very, very happy to see the Stream Elements robot in here as well. I got a lot of content I'm trying to squeeze into a short, tight period, guys. Don't want to be live much longer than a half hour today. Maybe I can get it done in like 20 minutes or so. We'll see, man. We'll see where the day takes us, okay? First thing I want to do is I want to get into my first segment, and that's okay, Stream Elements bot, we're going to go ahead and get you off of my screen here, and we're going to get into some nerd news. So what's going on in the world right now, folks? We've got a stay-in-place order in my home state, in many of your home states as well. Non-essential businesses shut down. And I don't really care about what's going on with the health scare. We're not going to get into that. What I care about is stories with sequential art printed on paper. That's right, printed on paper. Now, no hate for the digital collectors out there, the digital readers, but I'm a tactile reader. I want to hold that book in my hand. I want to flip the pages. I want it to be an old book at one point, and I want it to smell funny. That's the way I collect. Y'all do things your way, all right? But I think that we all rely in this hobby on the local comic book stores, and they're really in trouble right now, okay? Diamond Distributors pretty much has a monopoly when it comes to delivering comics to comic book shops, okay? Diamond shut down their distribution, which means no more inventory as far as new comics for these shops to survive on. Now, they need our support now more than ever, okay? And the worst thing we can do is purchase digital comics right now that are new comics. Now, as of the time when I started putting this show together, AWA, Valiant, Dynamite, they've all stopped printing books, but they've also stopped digital production as well, okay? And DC just jumped on board and did the right thing by pulling all of their new comics from tomorrow's New Comic Book Day lineup digitally. Okay? I was going to come on here and tell you guys, let's go ahead and get out there. Let's put boots to the ground. Let's hit Twitter. Let's use some hashtags. How about some really good hashtags for this situation, okay? How about say no to digital? Okay, if you're tweeting at Comixology, tell them say no to digital. We don't want new releases digitally. We want everybody on the same page so these LCSs can maintain their reader base and we're not losing people to the digital format. Okay, you can also use the hashtag support your LCS. I know Archie Comics is still releasing new comics digitally. Tweet at Archie Comics. They're a small mom and pop shop. They got to know how we want our LCSs supported, okay? There's some really great opportunities out there to let people know about this. Now, I just got a text message right before I came on here that Marvel Comics has pulled their titles from their own digital store and from Comixology for tomorrow. So they will also not be releasing digital comics. Now, this is tough on everybody, right? We all want these stories to continue. I know myself, I just read the Road to Empire, and I was super excited for that new event. I wasn't when it was first announced, but after I read the tie-in from Robbie Thompson, which was based on the Meet the Skrulls characters, I was hyped for it. I really want to see what happens next. But I'm willing to wait until my LCS gets physical copies in. I'm willing to wait for that entertainment. There's plenty that I can stream digitally. There's plenty of games that I can play. I've got plenty of books around here that I don't need new comics. I can read something else. Let's say no to digital. Now, most of these companies that are still releasing things digitally are still doing a great job of taking care of these LCSs. You might ask how they can do that. Well, first figure I'm going to show you guys here is the new Boom Studios plan for retailer support. It's a multi-pronged approach. They're doing full returnability through June. They're doing this hashtag Boost Your LCS. It's a paid promotion. They're doing rare variant cover gift sets, making old rare variants available again for these LCSs. No charge for those. Monthly one per store variant covers. Diamond Summit variants that the Diamond Summit didn't happen, but they're still coming out. Those variants are still coming out. And they're doing exclusive convention variant opportunities as well. It says here that they're committed to working together hand in hand, and I think that they're one of the better companies at doing so. Also, TKO has got a fantastic promotion right now. Comic book shops, they say, are the lifeblood of the industry, and they want to fight back. And so until the end of the threat, whenever any customer chooses a store during checkout, TKOpresents.com, they will send that store 50% of the purchase price, the exact same amount that the LCS would have gotten without all of this happening. So that's really awesome. They're not the only ones, though. Vault is giving away free swag to customers. All you got to do is buy an LCS gift card from one of your LCSs. Buy a gift card. Buy a gift certificate if they're still doing paper nonsense, right? These are small businesses. Maybe some paper nonsense still going on. But buy a gift certificate. Buy a gift card. Save your receipt in that gift card. Take a picture of it. And go to the website in the description below. And Vault Comics will just send you some free stuff. It's a pretty cool program they're working with there, guys. I want to know what you guys think about this whole digital nonsense. And are we eventually going to go full digital? I would hope not. I would really hope not. But I want to know what you guys think about it. So anybody in the chat has an opinion on whether or not we should go digital, whether or not we should save these LCSs. Are we just prolonging the inevitable, or is this very important to the hobby? I believe it's very important to the hobby. If you guys are watching this with a rewind, go ahead and leave a message down below, a comment, and let me know what you think about this situation. I'm going to go back to the chat real quick and see what we got going. I got JRK Comics. What's going on, JRK? My boy Comic Man Andy popped in as well. Very happy to see you. Still got that Stream Elements bot holding things down. He's not doing the best job of making sure that all the streams get out. But we love him, and we're gonna get him some oil and make sure he's well lubricated. All right, guys, we got more segments as we move forward. Okay, more segments. That was Nerd News. What did you guys think about Nerd News? I like Nerd News. For the first Nerd News ever, I think it went pretty darn well, right? Oh, thanks, gang. Thanks for that. Next, I got a new segment I like to call Cool Stuff on Instagram. That's right. Cool Stuff on Instagram. Now, if you guys want your cool stuff on your Instagrams to be featured on this segment. Cool stuff on Instagram. Just tag your Instagram posts. Hashtag Comicore. I'll be looking. I'll be watching. And if it's cool enough, I might just share it. Now, I was scrolling through Instagram early this morning when I first woke up. It's one of the first things I do is I hop on the Insta. I don't post as much as I like. But what I do is I lurk on that Instagram. I look at everybody's stuff. And sometimes I search for really cool art. Normally while I'm on the toilet, I'll search for really cool art. And I'll tell you what, Toilet Time produced some gems today. It produced some real gems today. Okay. I was looking for maybe some artists, well-known artists that may have opened up their commissions. And I saw this. Man, look at this page. That's from Batman 90. That's Jorge Jimenez's art. That's Catwoman. I remember seeing this and being blown away by the finished art. But just seeing the pen and ink sketch, man, that's just delicious. I love that. I also saw Olivier Coipel. Man, look at this. I love that cover right there. You got X-23. You got Wolverine. Really, what more could you want? It's kind of like a father-daughter type moment. Really cool stuff. Pepe Larraz. Oh my goodness. This is going to be the cover for the Dawn of X trade paperback volume 6. So they're that far out planning this. This is an absolutely beautiful piece of artwork. I love this. But here's the deal, guys. There are a few artists out there who aren't doing commissions. I didn't see these guys open for commissions. But the next guy I didn't see open for commissions either. But he has been doing daily sketches that he sells, which is really cool. And this is an artist that I've been wanting something from for a long time. It's one of my favorite artists to collect, and his name's Scotty Young, and he does these Baby Marvel variants, and everybody's like, they're the community split on it. You either love or you hate Scotty Young's Baby Marvel variants. I'm of the school of thought that they're very fun and enjoyable. And what I've always really wanted was Scotty Young doing Batman. What? Is that Scotty Young doing Batman? Wow. He's getting a hug from Clayface. That is awesome. Wow. Is that Harley Quinn in the bat? That's a pretty cool sketch right there, guys. This one was even better, in my opinion. That Penguin, look at the look on his face, man. He's just having so much fun. Batman's having a hard time dodging there. He's not having the best time there. And then, bam, look at this. This could be a cover. I know there's a bomb behind your back. Doing the Joker. And he looks just like the animated series Joker to me. Just in the Scotty Young style, which is really great. Now, Scotty actually sells his stuff. These daily sketches, they go live at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Tuesday. He sells the daily sketches from the week before. These, unfortunately, are all sold out because they're from last week. But this week's sketches were live. And even though I knew I wanted Batman from Scotty Young, I knew I wanted him working on the Rogues Gallery, I knew that there was a wealth of characters that he could plug and play into his style. I never knew how much I needed what is still available on today's list of daily sketches. That's right. We've got the Tiger King and that bitch, Carol Baskins. Oh my God. If you guys have not watched Tiger King yet on Netflix, you are spending your stay in place time the absolute wrong way. It's the best trash reality documentary series I think I've ever seen. There's a drug dealer who admits to cutting up an ATF agent and burying him on his property. And that is the most sane person in the show. How do meth heads get millions of dollars worth of tigers? Did Carol kill her husband? Why does she keep winking in the camera when she talks about it? It's really, really weird, guys. And if you haven't watched it yet, you need to watch it. But if you got $400, you can get yourself one of these Scotty Young sketches at scottyyoung.com/store. Right now, he's doing a deal for 20% off. I'm sorry, 30% off with the code SMILE when you check out. And 20% of all of his sales are going to our friends at the Heroes Initiative. These sketches go live every Tuesday at 11 a.m. You get a chance to see what he's working on all week long on Instagram, and then pick these up at the end of the week if you got some extra scratch. Which is cool because he's only putting out things that he's inspired to draw on a daily basis, which raises the level of quality. You're getting something unique. These are one of a kind. And that's a pretty cool deal. If I had a couple extra $100 to spend, I'd probably be spending it on these. He's also got a bunch of covers and different art for sale as well. Guys, that was cool stuff that I found on Instagram. Yes, cool stuff that I found on Instagram. That could be a hit of a segment. I'm telling you guys right now, could be the best segment of the day that you see on YouTube at all. And all you got to do is tag your Instagram posts, #ComicCore, and I'm going to find them. And maybe you will be the cool thing that I find on Instagram. Going to go back in that chat right now. We got two brothers hanging out in the chat. Good to see two brothers in there. Happy to see some more people hopped in here. Got 14 watching live. Got one thumbs up on the Facebook. That's awesome. Happy to be multi-streaming right now. We are on Twitch. We are on Facebook. We are on the ComicCore YouTube channel. Man, it's going to be a good day. $400, says ComicCore. $400. Somebody call Jake Roberts. He's right here. All right, guys. I don't want to get too sidetracked talking about Jake the Snake or $400. But I've got segments to get to. And it's the title of the video, Top 5. We don't call it Top 5, though. We don't call it Top 5. We got a different name for this segment. And it is the Countdown. Number 5, Why the Last Man? Why the Last Man? Brian K. Vaughan, Pia Guerrera. Why the Last Man is a fabulous post-apocalyptic story. It's got a twist on it like nothing you've ever seen before. There's only one man left in existence. He's got a monkey, and all the ladies want him. Well, they don't really all want him, but they might need him to breed in the future. It's a really weird story. Brian K. Vaughan, if you're a fan of Saga, you should check out Why the Last Man. If you're a fan of Paper Girls, you should check out Why the Last Man. If you're a fan of Why the Last Man, you should check out the other two stories as well, because Brian K. Vaughan does a really great job with characters, paints a really great picture of the world, and he's in a class amongst himself, guys. Why the Last Man is a fantastic story. Number 4, Spread. Spread. Justin Jordan and Kyle Strom did a story called Spread in 2014. You saw the cover there. That guy's name is No, because that's all he says. He just says no. And he has hatchets. He kills people. And he kills monsters. And he's got a baby that he's protecting. This is The Walking Dead meets John Carpenter's The Thing meets Lone Wolf and Cub. It's a really great science fiction story. A lot of horror elements in it. And a lot of really great characters you meet along the way. It's not just the guy saying no and a crying baby. Oh, and the baby's tears are like the only thing that can destroy this thing. I think it's pretty cool. I think you guys should probably check it out. Number 3, The Walking Dead. Guys, if you don't know about The Walking Dead yet, I don't know why you're here or how you found me or, what you're doing away from the home. We should probably call somebody, take you back to Flanders. If you don't know about The Walking Dead, this story went for 193 issues, spawned 2 different television series, and movies coming down the pipe. All right. We got Robert Kirkman writing this. He's great with these characters. We got Tony Moore on the art, followed by Charlie Adler on way more than half of the series. So it's a really great team, and the art is consistent all the way through, even though it's a change in artists. I love this story. It ended just recently with a really, really great ending for the whole thing. Some people might disagree with me on that, but with 193 issues, this is the perfect way to spend your lockdown, for sure. At least in my opinion. Number 2, Animosity. Okay, in 2016, Marguerite Bennett teamed up with Raphael de la Tour, and they did Animosity, right? It's still ongoing at this point in time. And just like Y the Last Man, it's a different twist on this post-apocalyptic world. Basically, all the animals start speaking human language and start having human consciousness. And they decide that they've had enough and they take over the world. And humanity is on the run from these animals, is subservient to these animals, and society is turned on its ear in a very strange way. If you're a fan of animals and the environment and post-apocalyptic stories, this is something that you'll really enjoy. It's a story basically about a girl and her dog. And again, like we saw in Spread when I just talked about that, it's kind of like a lone wolf and cub kind of story where the little girl is being protected by the dog, and the dog is the older, wiser, and more formidable of the two. It's a really fun story. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really great. So you guys should check it out. You got anything else to do but sit around and read comics. And number 1, Scooby Apocalypse. That's right, Scooby Apocalypse beat out The Walking Dead. It beat out Y the Last Man. Why would I say that? Well, Keith Giffen and J.M. DeMatteis did a great job revamping the Scooby-Doo mythology and putting it in a post-apocalyptic world. These are characters that even if you're not that familiar with Scooby-Doo. They're really, really easy to understand archetypes. And this whole idea and the redesign of these hipster Scooby-Doo characters, this hipster mystery gang or Mystery Incorporated, Scoob and the Gang, was all thought up by Jim Lee, who did that cover, that number 1 cover, and all the character designs. Man, it's really cool. I enjoy it. There's a lot of different Easter eggs in it. There's some really cool backup stories with other Hanna-Barbera characters. And man, Scrappy Doo's in it as this like buffed up muscle guy. It's really freaking cool. I really enjoyed it. And I think you guys will enjoy it too if you give it a shot. Scooby Apocalypse was like, 36 issues? It's not that long. It's just a couple of volumes. Go ahead and give it a shot. Scooby Apocalypse. Man, I thought it was great. I got a guest at this point in time. Let's bring him on the stream.
Hey,
JB from Discovery.
What's going on, man? True, man. Chew Comic Core family out there. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. This is a new thing. I like it every day. In this time slot, it is.
I like it too.
Prime time. I love it. Good stuff.
We're doing some good things. We're getting a nice tight schedule together.
Very nice.
I'm enjoying it so far. Now we were just talking about post-apocalyptic stories.
Ooh.
And I ran down my top 5. What is your favorite post-apocalyptic story?
Post-apocalyptic story. I can't even think I can give you 5 post-apocalyptic stories.
Just give me one, man. Just give me one.
My favorite read right now is this Oblivion song, and I don't know if I want to call that a post-apocalyptic story, but man, it's got me hooked. You know, and
in a way, it's kind of an alternate dimension kind of deal.
It had that feel to it, you know, where he's out there hunting and
hey man, they're still out there surviving, and that's really what really matters. Everybody out there in the chat, let me know what's your favorite post-apocalyptic story. Cool. If you're watching this on the rewind, hit me up in the comments below. It's an easy way to let us know what you're thinking. All right.
Definitely.
Or you could just write a diatribe about it, post it with a really nice picture, hashtag it, #ComicCon on Instagram, and you might make my cool stuff I found on Instagram segment.
Oh, let's check that out.
Oh, I already did it.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah. I mean, get it together, JB.
Hey man, you know what's going on right now? This is amazing. You know, all these people that like myself that have kids home and homeschooling, you know, we have a 9 a.m. Zoom, but these two kids have got, you know, the school sent home laptops for them so that they could Zoom. I got them back to back, and they're Zooming their class at 9, 12, and 2. 9, 12, and 2. These are their 3 Zoom sessions. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then I get a ding. It's PE. I go, what do you mean it's PE? What do you want me to take them out back? They go, no, hit the link. These kids are doing PE, watching a YouTube
They're doing like aerobics.
They're watching a YouTube video of their teacher talking to them, telling them to do and sure enough, she's over here doing high knees. And I'm like, this is unbelievable. Maybe this is the future of education. Who knows? You know,
we got Gomer in the chat. He shouted out Tank Girl.
Tank Girl.
He also shouted out Crossed. I haven't had a chance to read Crossed yet.
No, post-apocalyptic. Where the guys with the tank? What was I can't remember what that was called, man. It was fun, man. It was last year. I think I ended up getting rid of all of them. What was it? Boom Studios, the guys with the tank.
Hey man, if you read that Boom Studios guys with the tank book in the chat, you let me know. So JB can calm himself down because he's having a little bit of a brain fart there. Z Collects, good to see you in there. He wants to know what the Facebook is. Facebook is ComicCon. Just like the page, guys. ComicCon. All you gotta do is search for it. You'll find it. And the Twitch is at ComicCon. Road of the Dead. There you go. That's a good one.
That was fun.
And he gave us some love on Facebook as well. He's going to give it a share. We appreciate that, Z. One of the best mods in the chat. If I was on YouTube, I'd give you a wrench. But I'm just doing the StreamYard thing.
The master moderator.
Yeah.
For show.
Master mod. All right, JB. I've got one segment left.
All right, what's the segment?
Okay. And this is a really good segment. I like it. It's my most interactive of segments because, and I'm glad I got a guest here, so I'm not just talking to myself for this.
All right, what do you got?
This bears some discussion. Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna go ahead and play the bumper and introduce everybody to the segment.
Here we go.
Okay. Oh, the people love the question of the day.
The question of the day. Now, by the way, I just want to mention, you know, on our end, when you are on the other end and it says your mic is muted, right across the screen when you play a bumper, it went right across, and it's exactly where your text was. I couldn't read it at all.
Oh, it says question of the day.
Yeah, it just the question of the day fit right behind where it says your mic is muted.
I'm sorry. No JB missed it. We are not good from the backstage angle. I hope everybody is getting a good view of the show out there in TV land or computer land, or watching this on your phone while you take a poop land, or walking the dog and streaming while you walk. If whatever you're doing, man, I hope everything's coming through clear. I put a lot of work into these segments, and if you're not enjoying them, just keep it to yourself. Okay. Who has the better rogues gallery?
Oh, wow.
Batman.
Wow.
Or Spider-Man.
Wow. That
Batman or Spider-Man.
Fantastic question.
Who has the better rogues gallery? JB,
that's a whole show. That's a whole show.
It's a segment, bro. It's just a segment.
It's not that simple, man.
It's just a segment. We've only got 15 minutes till Comic Man Andy rolls on, and I'm not going to overroll that.
We're not going to overroll.
Look, who do you think has the better rogues gallery? Chat, start chiming in now. Chime in now.
I know this is tough.
I got 11 watching. I want 11 answers here. Who's your favorite
I can go
rogue
back and forth, man.
gallery?
I can go back and
Is it
forth.
Spider-Man or is it Batman?
God. Batman. I'm gonna
Why
go with
Batman?
Batman. I could go the other way. I could say Spider-Man. It's just be just as good, man. It's such a great question. Batman for me, I would say, I think because of characters like the Joker and all of the characters that have spawned off of the Batman's Rogue Gallery. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna say Batman. I grew up in Batman, the '66 Batman series. There's a lot of love in the Batman Rogues Gallery for me growing up, you know. So Riddler, you know how I feel about Riddler. He's on the wall, man. So yeah, I'm gonna go Batman. Batman's
Bat
Rogues
from
Gallery.
Two Brothers. I got Spidey from Gomer. I got Bats from JB.
Here we go.
You know what I'm going to
There you
say,
go.
guys? You know what I'm going to say?
You're a Marvel guy. I know where you're going.
Yeah, but that's not why. I'm going to go Spider-Man, but that's not because I'm just Marvel. I think I
Okay.
read more Batman than I do Spider-Man. But I think the rogues are much better in Spider-Man because Spider-Man is a much more likable guy. Right? So you want to see him win, and when he loses, it hurts you that much more.
Mm-hmm.
He's the quintessential baby face. Whereas Batman's that Steve Austin tweener, you know? He's a good guy, you cheer for him, but he's not necessarily doing the best thing. Whereas Spider-Man enters every battle, right, with a sense of right and wrong that's not only his code, but it's also his personality. You know, that Batman wants to kill the villains, but doesn't, right? Spider-Man sometimes does kill the villains, but never wants to, right? And that means that people who take shots at Aunt May, shots at Gwen Stacy and end up killing her, shots at Captain Stacy, and he dies along the way. Just the random thug who ends up killing Uncle Ben. Mary Jane is in trouble because these guys are going after her, right? Spider-Man has that Peter Parker luck where he always loses no matter how hard he tries, no matter what he does, in his own Peter Parker way.
Mm-hmm.
But with Spider-Man, he's always on the verge of losing, right? He's always putting the villain over, right? Batman always wins, right? You know, going into a fight, Batman's going to win. But Spider-Man tempts you the entire time with the fact that he might lose. He might lose every time. So it always puts his villains over that way. I don't know. I think that that kind of logic is kind of unbeatable for me. You know, Seaward's going to go Batman. You know, he's a DC guy
for sure.
He's a DC
guy. I
guy.
consider myself a Marvel guy, but you know, in that question,
Scott Evans says Spider-Man. Other than Joker, it's a bunch of cheese in DC. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think the Penguin has been really cheesy, but he also has been super vicious. There's nothing cheesy about Victor Zsasz.
I think
something that cheesy about Two-Face.
This new run is introduced a great dynamic in the Rogues Gallery for Batman. These guys are wicked, dark, twisted, and I like it. I like it a lot. So yeah.
I think there's no wrong answers here, JB.
No,
that's the thing about the question of the day. It's a conversation starter, man.
Wrong answers for sure.
It's just a conversation starter. You know, it's not going to be a definitive answer. I just they're all Pepsi or Coke type questions. That's what I want to ask. I want to get people talking about it. So in the chat, you guys let me know what you thought about that question of the day, and that is, who has the better Rogues Gallery, Batman or Spider-Man? Guys, if you're watching this on the rewind, put it in the comments below. Let me know what you think. I want to know what you think about the question of the day.
Dig it. I dig it.
Right? Yeah.
I like it. Good stuff.
All right, guys. That's really all I've got for today.
Value.
It's really all I've got for today. We went over some stuff. We talked about some stuff. I want you guys to go out there and support your LCS. I want you guys to say no to digital. Okay. I want you to make sure there's a link in the chat below or in the description below that tells you how, if you buy a gift card from your LCS, just send them some proof and Vault Comics will send you some free stuff. They'll send you some free stuff. That's absolutely awesome. Make sure you're out there supporting your LCSs. If you guys are going to read any of these post-apocalyptic books while we're all locked down, let me know what you thought about them. Share them out in the chat. We got some great stuff from Instagram today. You didn't see the Instagram cool stuff I found on Instagram. Scotty Young did some Batman sketches.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so you're getting, Scotty Young.
Scotty, yes, okay.
DC love for once in a while, but the real thing that I found that I loved.
Did he say he's doing commissions right now?
No, he's not doing commissions.
He's not. Okay.
But you can buy these daily sketches that go live at 11 a.m. Eastern every Tuesday on his store, scottyyoung.com/store. The Tiger King and Carol Baskins from Netflix's Tiger King. If you haven't watched it yet, JB, do yourself a favor.
Never seen it.
Dude, make it happen. It is phenomenal. It is the source of many a meme, and I really enjoyed it. And I think that everybody I've talked to just couldn't peel their eyes away from it when they started watching.
Good stuff.
Yeah, just a little bit of a couple shout outs before we get out of here tonight on this channel, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Golden Guys. If you guys have any interest in Golden Age comics, check these guys out. It's a wealth of knowledge. They go so deep on these books that sometimes I get lost, but there's some really great stuff going on there. And if you like Schoenberg covers, or you like old war books, or pre-code horror, these are the guys to check out. You got the Golden Age Guru, JD, DS Comics, as well as Knights of Old. Just really great guys that know all their stuff there. Guys, if you haven't had a chance to check it out yet, last night we did an anniversary-sized episode of Modern Men, which is our Monday night show on the Comic Core. We go live 4 nights a week for your viewing pleasure.
Oh,
tomorrow night. What?
The poll. Don't forget to mention the
I'm
poll.
going to get into the poll.
Okay.
Tomorrow night, we got Wacky Wednesdays with the greatest comic book show ever. That thing sells itself. If you're part of the community and you're not laughing at that show, you're not part of the community. Just know that. Friday night, we got Comic Core Roundtable, where we're going to sit down and have great discussions with the entire Friday night crew, Cat Rent Figures, the great legend, Seawood19. Mark might eat something. I'll be there, and Chad will be there as well. But Monday nights are the best nights of the week on the Comic Core.
I agree with you.
Modern Men is the best book club show in the community, hands down. We all read together. We all learn together. We all grow together. It's fantastic. I have a great time doing that show with JB, Comic Man Andy, and Carson. And whenever we have a guest, it's always turned up a notch. We don't even know what we're reading yet this week. Why? Because we let you decide. Correct. On the community tab, we got a poll. Last week, it was all X-Men. We were at Hoxpox. It was great. We all loved it. We also talked X-Men stuff. It's up on the channel right now. Check it out. But you got to vote, gang. You got to vote. This is live right now. You can see 12:01. My time, I took this picture. That's Eastern Standard Time.
All right, let me tell you
and
what
at this point,
right now.
Spider-Man Life Story is in the lead with 44%, with 39 votes in and counted. You also have the option to Chew by Lehman and Guillory. Shout out to the great legend.
You're not winning 5 weeks in a row, man.
Oh, no, I'm definitely not. God Country by Donnie Cates, sitting at 21% in second place right now. Great story. Gideon Falls by Jeff Lemire. Another fantastic tale. That is up there. You can choose Spider-Man Life Story like I did, which isn't even the choice that I put up there, but I voted for it. Spider-Man Life Story by Chip Zdarsky. And because it was the runner-up last week, X-Men 92 by Claremont and Lee, which is an old classic. You guys, if these things don't make the list 2 times in a row, they're back at the bottom of the pile. A lot of comments on there. We should read V for Vendetta. I can't tell you how many times it's spent on the poll.
That's hilarious.
Absolutely losing. If you like these books, if you love these books, tell your friends, share it out. Hell, you don't have to watch. Just vote. Let us know what the people want. We want to give the people what they want. And that is Modern Men. We will be reading week 26. Right now it looks like Spider-Man Life Story, but the voting doesn't end until Friday at 10 when Roundtable goes live. So be sure to check it out and vote. Vote, man.
That's pretty good.
Also, I want to let everybody know 39 votes, man, from last night. It was a good episode. We had good views on the episode, and we're going to be doing well on the poll. I think it's going to be a fun time. Before I get out of here, I want to get into the chat one more time. 36 Chambers. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you for stopping over. I appreciate it. Scott Evans said that he might eat something. I was probably talking about Mark. Seawood says 9 out of 10 because he only has one eyeball and he's illiterate, apparently. Scott Evans also wants you to go vote and save him from Spider-Man. I don't think anything's going to save you from Spider-Man. Scott Evans.
No way.
I won 5 weeks in a row. 5 weeks in a row. So if there's like a rash of like 20 more votes,
don't live in the past.
And they're all for Chew. That means 6 weeks in a row.
No, don't live in the past. Come on.
Dude, it doesn't matter who wins. We all win.
They're
all great stories. Yeah. They're all worth reading. And at least it's not Red Tornado.
True.
All right, guys. On that note, thank you very much for stopping by, checking out the Daily Show. I went a little bit longer than I thought I was going to go. I had more content than I thought I was going to have. Nice. And now I feel like it went well. So now I got to start planning tomorrow's show.
Right? Plan? What are you talking about?
JB. You're a bad influence, bro.
I know. Good stuff, man. I'm glad you were. I think it's going to catch fire. So
I'll tell you what, right now in 3 minutes, go check out Comic Man Andy. He is in the chat right now. I'm going to highlight him right there. Go find him in the chat. Hit those little 3 dots right next to his name, right? Click subscribe. Click subscribe to Comic Man Andy, and then go over and watch his live show. It starts in like 2 minutes, man.
Or I can just give you the link to it right here.
Look. Seawood lost his mind.
Oh, I can't even comment, can I? No, I can't.
No, because you're not signed in, bro. So don't worry about it.
Signed in.
They can find him. Weapon X, good to see you, brother. Thanks for popping in here. Guys, we're going to go ahead and call it a day. You can find me here tomorrow at 1:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after What's On Today with that guy right over there.
That's right. Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming, gang. We appreciate you.
Peace.